What's up? Welcome to today's live stream. I am Will, and today is what is today? Today is Friday. You think I know what day it is, but I don't. It's it's the 9th. It's February 9th, 2024. I think this is my second stream of the week. I haven't been really feeling that great, so I haven't been streaming as much, but hopefully y'all have enjoyed the videos that I've been doing as a alternative. Those are much quicker. You know, it takes me about 5 to 10 minutes to record it and about 20 to 30 to edit it. My shitty edit. I'm doing shitty edits. TGI. Honestly, I didn't realize that meant thank God it's Friday until I was much older. I thought it meant Fridays. You know, the restaurant. So what I thought it always meant. I'm having issues with Twitch. For whatever reason, it won't load. So I don't know if my stream is working on Twitch. So if anybody is, actually I could just check. Yeah, if anybody can like load Twitch and let me know, that would be great. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into the screen share. And look at that, we got Gemini. So I got an email before I restarted my computer. I just did an update. And the email was like, Bard is renamed to Gemini or rebranded under Gemini. I'm like, leave it to Google to just change the name of something always. This is much better though. I actually agree with this name change. It's actually a much better name than Bard. It's the stupidest name ever. It sounds like something you see in Silicon Valley. Just like some Pied Piper bullshit. But yeah, I got a couple things that I can do today. Oh, you said it's working fine. All right, well, I appreciate it. I'm gonna just give up. I was trying to load it and it wasn't working out. And let me put something else on the TV right quick. Oh wait, do it from my phone. I think that'll be easier. Or, okay, I'll do it on the other phone. Fine, sure. I don't understand Apple sometimes. Like, how does it know what device to use? Because I have like all these devices and it never opens up on the right device, which is the one that's in my hand. Wait, seriously though? Come on, God dang it. I don't understand Apple sometimes. How do they make such shitty software? Don't they have money to hire decent engineers? All right, there we go. We're good. Yeah, so as I was saying, there are a couple things that I can work on today. I can either do a quick vision app. When I say app, it's really going to be in quotes. It would be just me testing to see if I can get a push notification and integrate it with the product that we build at my company. Or, and this is probably it's probably something that I should do. I could work on a new feature for the bot that I've been building. Or, here's another or, I can begin working on that app that I'm trying to build called Nega. And before you at me, it's Chinese. That's it's Chinese. I'm not saying the one, but if you know, you know. All right, come on, Discord. What's up with this? Every time I restart, I just did an update, and just things. It's just I don't understand why is this so silly. All right, somebody wanted to join, or some folks wanted to join this stream, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up a Zoom thingamajig. All right, so if you're watching this, I don't know who's watching, but if you're watching, go to Slack, go to the channel, Fame and Glory, and you should see a Zoom link, and just click on that. And it should redirect you to this meet that I just started. And let me go ahead and turn on my camera so that he can see me whenever he comes, and we'll turn on audio. Let's move this to over here. All right, so given that I have all these decisions to make, I'm gonna first start off by, oh shit, dang it. Let's let's quit things first. I don't understand, like, why does Apple offer to open up all the windows that were open, and then when it does it, it's like it doesn't work. It's just like not the things that I had open. My entire session's going, or maybe that's an ARC issue. It's probably an ARC issue. I guess we'll open up Visual Studio Code. I'm learning the code today, so I can either learn Swift or I can learn TypeScript, JavaScript, all the languages that I use in order to do the work that I need to do. All right, we'll delete this for now. And let's see. Yeah, yeah, sure. Actually, no, I'm gonna open up a better web browser for development. We'll open up Firefox Developer. And I'm also gonna open up Xcode just in case I decide that I wanna get Swifty and do some Vision OS stuff. I got the Vision OS over there. Honestly, it's such a hassle. It's really a hassle. Like, you gotta put it on. You gotta have a freaking battery brick in your pocket. What else you gotta do? You gotta wait a minute for it to start up. And then on top of that, you have to like plug in the thing. Technically, I don't have to do it while I'm at home. I should be able to do it. I did something on my network where now my Mac Studio is on the network. I have multiple networks in my house. I had to be extra complicated because of reasons. Let me put this over here. And we're gonna create a new project right click. By the way, if you're gonna join, you might want to join because it slows down my computer. So if you're not gonna join, I'm gonna quit this Zoom thing. All right, let's not do that yet. Let's not do that yet. Let's first get a development environment set up. We'll open up my favorite Git tool, GitHub Desktop. By the way, if you're learning to code and you're learning all this software development stuff and all that, GitHub Desktop is awesome. No, you don't have to know Git at all. You could be like me and not know anything. Yeah, I'm busy tonight. Just wanted to say what's up and gonna leave it like that. Yo, what's up, Cannon Spotney? It's been a minute. Yeah, I mean, it's a weekend. I know other people have lives. You don't have to feel obligated to be here. But no, there'll be a VOD. So if you want to check out what it is that I eventually end up doing, just go check out the VOD. And you could drop comments there if there's some that you want to learn more about, or if there's something else that you want to see. Yo, turn on your camera. By the way, you won't appear, so don't worry about appearing. You're good. And I'm talking to you. I don't want to say your name because I don't know if you want me to say your name on live. The person on Zoom, that's who I'm talking to. All right, so let's go ahead and set up another workspace. All right, and I guess we'll open up my database viewer thingamajig. Open up Slackbot, and look at that. I think last time I spent time deleting tables, if I'm not mistaken. I think I deleted all of my tables because I decided that I don't want to do any type of work, or I don't want to put effort into any of this. No, I didn't. Okay, so this videos table will eventually go away. I don't need it. I don't care about it anymore. The only reason why it's still here is because if I do delete it, it's going to actually break stuff. Yo, what's up? How you doing?
Yo.
What do you want me to call you while we're online streaming? Do you care?
I'm Hoosier, man.
All right, well, I don't. So there are other people in the Slack who, like, when they're on, we have to use aliases. That's why I'm like, no, just let me know. But you're not actually on the stream, but you're like, they can hear you. Everybody can hear you. So if you're watching, what you'll want to do is mute the stream.
Nah, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I did that already. Yeah, it'll be echoing.
Yeah, it'll be echoing, and I can share my screen with you. Fortunately, I know it's gonna slow down my computer, so it's like the patience I have it. I've built up the patience to deal with this shit. We will not share sound. We'll just keep the desktop. All right, so you should be able to see what I'm looking at right now. Yeah, and it should not be laggy. Well, I mean, it's laggy for me, but it won't lag, time-wise for you.
Yeah, I can actually see what's going on. And YouTube, it's always, I don't know, I'll have it in like It's not like a window, but it'll just be smaller.
Yeah. On YouTube, I'm streaming at 1440p. Now, I don't know what it looks like if you don't have YouTube Premium. So if you have YouTube Premium, like I could.
I'm never gonna pay for YouTube, man. That is,
I've been a paying person for like years, bro. Back when they used to have Google Music, when it was like you got Google Music and you got all these other things, Google Photos, and it was all part of the subscription for $10. And like most subscriptions, it's just kind of stuck around, for the past 8 or 9, however many years I've had it. But I've actually been paid more money from YouTube than I've paid them so far. Now, if I continue to go
that's
a few
net
more
positive.
years,
You good?
well, no, I mean, and I'm only good if I am able to get monetized again by the end of this year, because every year it's like $120, and like 10, 15. I don't know. Maybe YouTube won't be around for that many more years. But yeah, how you doing?
YouTube is forever tech, man.
Man, nothing's forever.
What's gonna knock YouTube off the throne?
Themselves.
Okay.
I mean, you look how they treat their creators, the people who actually make the platform great. I remember when I first started YouTube in 2006. That's when I joined YouTube. It was no mainstream media bullshit. It was none of these major corporations.
The shit was the Wild Wild West, man.
It was more fun. It was better. Like you actually had
YouTube and Live Leak. Those were the two that I remember.
Yeah, man.
Live Leak was extra wild, and then YouTube was like a little more chill.
Well, it became more commercial, and as a result, the content is not as interesting in general. Like there used to be like a lot of fun stuff on YouTube, and then I watched over the years how it changed, especially when they started doing the ad stuff, and these companies are now telling YouTube the kind of content that they are that they're willing to have on their platform. But it's like the thing that made the platform worthwhile were their users who were creating the content. So it's just like this weird thing with advertisers where it's like, y'all come in and fuck up everything. Like you go into a space where people are because they've made it great, and then you're like, oh, we want to have this type of agenda, this kind of messaging, and then they ruin it, and then you.
So I got a question for you real quick, because you're way more into the tech area than me. Does it costs these services money for you to live stream, right? Like
yes,
per like whatever server is like costing them, right?
Yeah, it's costing them a lot, and I'm actually that's part of the reason why I'm streaming. I should start streaming at 4K to cost them more money. Fuck.
Right. So I'm like, so they gotta be losing a lot. Well, I know Twitch. That's why Twitch is just losing. They're hemorrhaging money because they got they got so many people streaming, and they're not bringing in subs or what else do they use over there for money?
I think it's subscriptions. I think that's what they do. They have like some type of chat thing that you can do.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of them are just costing Twitch money, and yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I had a conversation with one of my good friends the other day about the other one. What's the green one? They got an F1 team now.
Is it Kick or Rumble?
Yeah, Kick. I was gonna call it Stake, but Stake is not. Stake is like the gambling thing. Kick is like the I guess it's an umbrella. So Stake is maybe under.
Well, it's hard to tell these days. It seems like online gambling and streaming are going hand in hand these days.
Right. Yeah. So they're one, I just call them the same. They're Kick and Stake. But yeah, they got, I don't know who's bankrolling them, man. That's what I want to know. I want to know who's bankrolling them. Like we know who's behind.
We can figure it out.
YouTube now, and we know who's behind Twitch. But who the hell is bankrolling Kick, Stake, and why do they have an F1 team now? And
it's all marketing.
How can they just?
It's like marketing. That's really all it is. If you think of Red Bull, for instance, like they're the kings of marketing. Red Bull has, they have the F1 team.
But I mean, they have product that's like known
like
and
used.
A drink?
A drink?
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows Red Bull, man.
Well, that's
like,
why.
It's like you got two options. You got Red Bull or you got Monster.
Well, I mean, people know Red Bull because of the marketing. Like they've done the marketing. I think a lot of these companies, like they rely on the marketing, the hype, all that kind of stuff to get traction, to get users. And if you do it long enough, eventually you'll hit a critical mass where you have the people there because you have the mind share. So it's think about
Okay.
like videos. When you think about user created videos, the first thing that comes to your mind is most likely YouTube. It's because they have
Okay.
the mind share. Now they didn't do it with marketing. It was people like me in the past who made the platform great. Whereas these other platforms, they can't compete with that because YouTube is already entrenched. So they have to
Yeah,
they
I
have
want
to
to know
market.
how they're signing like just crazy deals, man. Crazy
Man,
deals.
online
8-figure
gambling makes a
deals for
lot, bro.
streamers and shit.
Well,
Yo, yo, yo.
yo, what's up?
Yo,
Well, look at it
it was
this way.
good.
Let's say you have 100 million, not even, but let's say you have 500,000 users who are like coming to your stuff, and you have the metrics showing that they're consuming this content and they're watching these ads. I mean, brands are willing to pay a lot of money to get in front of users. I mean, it seems like, I
Okay.
mean, yeah, granted, yeah,
But
eight
Stake,
figures is a
or
lot.
not Stake. Kick doesn't have ads. They
Don't
don't run
they?
ads like
I thought they
Twitch.
do. I thought they are being bankrolled by the gambling stuff.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then, yeah. Then that's where the money's coming from. Then, all right. I
You're
I just don't
talking
get it,
about
man.
I
kick
think
and
so.
stake.
Yeah, I think so. Just like streaming and how it basically the economics behind streaming. Like, how does it make money? How are people able to, or how are companies able to pay people so much money to do things? But it's not that many people who are
Yeah.
making that much money. It's kind of like with movies, where some
Yeah. You
movies.
got A-listers for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So I think that's what you're seeing is we see the headlines. Oh, this one person, or maybe let's say 10 people who are making eight
Yeah.
figures over a 5-year period. That's the part that you got to keep in mind. Is that
Um.
it's over a 5-year period. When you look at the present value of those dollars, it's not actually like 100 million. Or you said eight figures. I'm sorry. It's not 10 million. It's 10 million,
Yeah.
but you have to discount it for the day over that time. Plus, you have to put in the risk that the person may not actually pay it fully out, and that goes on both sides, right? So like the people who are paying it, they probably have some type of out clause where they can get out of the thing, out of the agreement, where they don't have to pay the full amount. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And so I'm pretty sure all of them all sign like I know you just said it,
exclusive
like the
agreements.
gambling, like they have to gamble on their stream, so they have to influence their following, like or
You know what
like
that
that's just
sounds
like
like?
what they
That sounds like
have to
devil
do.
work. That's what that sounds
Oh
like.
yeah, yeah, it's nasty, man. It's
It's
not
just like, oh, you have to show this
nasty.
thing that destroys families. You have to
Yeah,
show
it's
this thing that
nasty.
we know is morally bankrupt,
Yeah,
and
it's
we'll
And
pay
nasty,
you
man.
what,
money.
what's worse is they're not gambling with their own money. They're gambling with
Yeah, well, yeah, they're
money
gambling the
that's
money that they're given, but the people who are
yes.
watching it don't know that. So if
Right?
someone
Yeah,
loses a
they're
million,
bankrolled
yeah.
by they're playing with house money, so it's like they're laughing, having a jolly good time, like
But
win or
I
lose,
mean,
they're
let's be
like
fair though. Like, I think
gonna
that's the
log
case for
out.
all. That's the case for all gambling. So it's not new. It's the same. It's if you go to Vegas, it's the same shit. Like the house is most likely going to win because it's a business. They wouldn't be there if they didn't win, right? I mean, at least that makes sense to me. Like,
where it's like the house always wins or something.
yeah. Well, since y'all are here, I guess I'll ask y'all. What do y'all? I don't know. Should I just do this feature? I don't know what feature I'll do. I don't even know what the hell I need to do. Or should I
We
work
were.
on
I
vision?
think last time we stopped for the Slack bots at least trying to add like GitHub bots thing.
Oh
Yeah,
well, no,
I'm just
I didn't
chilling
try
because
to
it's
do it.
Friday evening, man. I ain't really got much to do before I'll probably hit the gym in a little bit, but
Yeah,
I'm waiting
I
on
need
some
to go to the
food.
gym, man.
I'm gonna get some food and then yeah. So I'll probably just be kicking it. I might mute in a little bit when that gets here.
Oh yeah, no worries.
And,
I mean, that's all. I mean, that's basically what these kind of are. So yeah. Wait a minute. What was I? Wait. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm like, why am I on YouTube? I need to go to Get Up. Yeah. So we didn't actually start. We didn't start doing the all stuff for GitHub at all. I decided that it probably wasn't worth it at that time. I don't even know if it's worth it now, but we'll see. Let's see what else we got to do. We'll go to Coding color. And what is this app called? YT Slackbot. All right, we'll go to our issues. Consider removing video tables. I've considered it, and I will do that eventually. Integrate GitHub. Oh, God damn it. I only have 2 things here. There's more that I need to do, though.
Videos table, or did you remove the notes table?
No, I deleted the notes table because I actually could delete that because I didn't have any UI based on that. Because, all right, I guess let me back up. Even though this is a Next app, and even though it all appears to be the same thing, and in a sense it kind of is, but it's really not. I have the API stuff, which is what I've mostly been working on. But then I also have this jank ass web app. Here, let me pull that up right quick. Let me start the app. All right, so we'll come over here. What is that? Localhost 3000. All right, so here's the janky, the part. So it's like I have this part, and then there's this login page, and man, I really hope I can remember this password. It's like every time I do it, it doesn't work. All right. First time? Nope. Okay. Shit. Fuck. Leave me alone. Fuck. Just. God damn. Oh my God. All right, man.
Wait, you forgot?
No, it keeps fucking popping up, and it won't leave me alone. It like steals my focus from my keyboard, and I don't appreciate that, and I don't know how to turn it off. So fuck.
There you go. I'm back. Y'all see what time it is?
Oh, the Chick-fil-A.
Yes, sir.
Man, I haven't eaten Chick-fil-A in years.
Damn,
and what's crazy is that
chicken sandwich.
There's a Chick-fil-A like literally, like I can walk there if I really wanted to. But no, I can't.
I mean, it's not the best in the world, man. But I said, man, why not, man? Cheat a little bit.
I can give you a good reason.
Oh, okay.
Let me pull it up. I'm gonna pull up a receipt.
Cereals.
Chick-fil-A. Let's go to their website.
Cereals.
Who?
Thought you were gonna say cereals.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we could, but it's worse than that. Let's see. Does it even have? Okay, it doesn't even show it to you. Oh no, it does. No, it doesn't. It doesn't show you the amount of. Oh, maybe I have to click on it. Show the full. They're hiding it from you. All right, let's look for sodium. Here's why I don't fuck with that shit.
The salt.
I don't like you.
Jesus.
Look.
That is a lot of salt.
Hey, he over here, he about to rethink it. He's like, "Oh my gosh!" Like,
nah, hey, I'm gonna enjoy it.
I mean, you look like you my complexion, bro. You got to worry about the same hypertension and blood pressure that I got to worry about.
That's a fact.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, yeah. When I found out how much salt was in all this stuff, I'm like, yeah, I can't do it because I am at high risk for that. Like that, diabetes, heart disease, all of that shit. So I'm like, nah, screw it. I'm good.
No, that's good that you're looking out for that for yourself, man.
Well, it's more so I hate going to the doctor. That's really what it is.
Okay.
I don't like going
to the doctor. Best way is eat good, sleep good, and you'll live a relatively healthy life, I think. I don't really know.
I mean, we all
work out
go.
Every now and then.
We all gonna go.
Let me I'm gonna mute again though. But I'm checking out whatever you're doing. I just don't want to be on the mic eating.
All right, man. All right, Yanni. So what am I doing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You were trying to show me the table you deleted.
Oh yeah. I can't show it to you, but yeah, it's deleted now.
You merged the PR? Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, remember the table that's outside of GitHub. In a sense. All right, so like the table, like that's the database, and that has nothing to do with the code base. That's entirely separate. Now, there is something that's in the code base that is related to the table, and that's specifically the. Oh God, excuse me. That's the types. So let's say I go to this insert video function, and you see here how I'm able to do this public tables videos row, that type right there. Yeah. And when I hover over that, you see all of the properties that are part of that type along with their types. Yep. This is generated from the database. So that's the thing that's actually in source control, but this is generated from the database, not the other way around. So if I have if I have this type here, I can't just generate the database from that. And there are a lot of reasons why. I don't think I have any indexes. I mean, I have this one index here, but there's no way for this to know like what indexes I would have defined, unless there's not really an unless really. But yeah, so it's like I can either do the auth thing, or probably a better thing to do is to get the transcoding stuff, get that part in place. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that in Nextland because I don't control the server.
Yeah.
Whereas, fortunately, I do have infrastructure that I've been paying for. I have other infrastructure, and I'm sure you're aware of some of it, that we can spin up a virtual machine, and then we can send jobs to that where it can like go and do the processing. Or, and this is a hack, but I'm happy to go this route, I can use actions. All right, so
actually, let's do this.
Well, here's the thing though, like when I say use actions, I don't mean I can use actions on github.com, because I wouldn't be able to do that. There's a thing that action has, and let me see if I can show that right quick. So if you go into actions and you go to general and runners, there's a way where you can do a self-hosted runner. So I can essentially install the host on this Mac Studio. I have one, I actually have a host running in another house that I could send it to. It's a Mac Mini though. It's not powerful enough to do what I need. So I can install a host for this particular repo. And then every time I submit a job, that job would essentially come to my computer here. And I should be able to leverage, actually, no, I don't think I would be able to do that. The only reason why I don't think I'll be able to do it is I think that these run in in containers. And unless I can mount my disk, like my local disk onto that, I don't know if that will work. But I don't know, we can explore that. We can see how far we get and see what happens. Let's go to about self-hosted runners and see what I would have access to. Customizing the containers. There we are.
Yeah. Okay. But this is interesting because my first time even hearing about runners. Self-hosted runners.
It's a thing.
Pretty cool.
Let's see, configuring, customizing containers, use my jobs. Okay, I can prepare, clean up, run, prepare, it's called when a job is started, prune anything, create network. So I can create a network. That is useful to know. So I could, because all of my stuff is on a NAS, it's all networked anyway. So it's like, I could just establish a network to my NAS, to the drive or to a specific folder on my NAS that the content would be in. And maybe I should go do a quick overview of like what it is that I'm trying to do, just do it manually. So let's go to, I'm gonna quit Xcode. We don't want to do that right now. And if the people in the chat, if y'all are on the stream, if y'all want to see Xcode, you should have said something. That's how this works. You get nothing you don't ask for. All right, let's open up Finder right quick, and we'll go to what is it? Volumes, and then it's not connected. Oh god. Let's see. Maybe I can force it to connect. Nope. All right, I have to connect to it manually. All right, there we are. Whatever. I'll just click on it now. All right, so we'll like make this different. All right, cool. So we look at footage here, and let's go to one of these. And here, so this was a stream that I did at some point in the past, and I'm gonna play it. And maybe I need to turn off music for a little bit. No, whatever. We're not gonna turn off music. We'll just have to go with it. So, is it playing? Okay, yeah, there it is. It took a second. All right, so there are a few things that I need to do. in order to get my transcription and all that kind of stuff working. So basically, I'm building a transcription service. And that's what I was like, I would need to set this up somewhere where it's like I have the processing power where I can do it. I don't want to pay for it. I mean, I've already paid for it. I have paid a shit ton of money for this Mac Studio, so it's like I could use that. This would not scale if I wanted other people to use this, but at this point, I don't know if I care. This is mostly for me. So let's come here and we'll take this video, for instance, and we'll open up a new terminal. Put it up here. And let me open up my notes. We'll go into volumes. Come on now. God damn it. I don't see. This is what I mean. Where like things will just pop up and still focus from what the fuck I'm working on. First of all, I didn't even open Obsidian on this monitor. I opened it up on this monitor over here.
Is it like a bug?
I don't know what it is. It's obviously the world's most valuable company. Obviously, they have the best engineers. That's what it is. What else could it be? Like, I opened it on this monitor, and then I'll go over to here to do some work, and then it pops up over here while I'm doing work, and it still to focus on what the fuck I'm doing.
Disrupts like the workflow. Yeah.
This wouldn't be a problem if apps opened instantly like they did in 2008. On inferior hardware. Right? Yeah, I used to have things that would open instantly, and now it's just like things just take forever to open. I'm just like,
which is interesting because
it's not that interesting. It's not interesting. I know why
machines, if you think about it.
Hmm?
We do have faster machines though compared to
but the reason why it's not interesting is because we also have worse software engineers. We actually have software engineers who don't understand how a computer works. Just saying. Like, most of them have no clue how computers work. There's this mindset that you don't have to care about performance or speed or optimize your code. There's this idea that we should just program in the easiest to use languages, the easiest to learn languages. That's what I see a lot from the new people. It's just like, oh, well, what's the easiest? It's like, you know, do you want your users to be pissed off? Like, do you want me to punch you in the face? Because that's kind of what I want to do when I'm using some of this shit, where it's just like, come on, like, why is it this slow? I'm saying this as someone who built like an Electron app, which it opens fast. It's fast. I'm pretty sure most people didn't even know desktop is an Electron app. Anyways, I'm going into content. We'll go into footage, and we'll go to this year, 2024. I have other years that I need to start doing, but I just haven't had the time. I have a video catalog that goes back to 2006. So I would like to have all of that here. All right, we'll go into February. All right, cool. So here's all the things. Okay. Now we could grep this, but we're not. I see what I want here. So here's what I want to do. There's a couple things that I want to do. One is I want to create a folder or something, like something. I don't know. Let's just create a folder on my desktop for now. We'll call this processed. Oh, yeah, processed.
Transcribe.
I don't know what to call it.
Transcribe bits or something. I
don't know either.
That's like the final product, right? After we transcribe it.
No. It's just gonna be. This isn't a transcription at this point. That's what I'm showing. Like, there's a few things that have to happen before I can even do a transcription.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
So first we'll do this. We'll say processed audio. We'll call it that. Okay. Now I have a program on my machine, SOX and SOXI, SOX and SOXI, and we'll say it's sound exchange. That's what it means, and it's like what they say is it's a Swiss Army knife for audio manipulation and all that kind of stuff. So there are all kinds of things that you could do with it that are really helpful. They have a website too. I'll pull up the website just so that you can read it a little bit easier. No, it's not GitHub. Yes, it is actually on SourceForge. Do you even know about SourceForge? What you know about this?
What the frick is this?
You
It's my
don't know
first
what
time seeing
SourceForge
this.
is? Wow. No, that okay. So before GitHub, there was SourceForge. In fact, GitHub was created because SourceForge had limitations. It didn't work with Git at the time. So our founders, they built GitHub. And yeah, so SourceForge, you can think of it as like the original GitHub. It's the thing that influenced GitHub, except GitHub is built on Git, whereas this can be anything. Now, I did look to see if they migrated at some point to GitHub. This was years ago. Let me see. I'm actually interested to know if they've migrated to GitHub at all. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Under whoever this person is, Ulrich. Oh shit! Oh well, okay, never mind. It looks like it's all right. I don't know if they're actually they don't have the issue board, so they're actually still using SourceForge for issues and shit, which makes sense, I guess.
16 years ago, Jesus.
What? Oh, are you surprised that we had software back then?
Kind of. That's a long time ago.
That's when I learned. That's when I started. Was 16 years ago. So
no, you started way. Wait, you talking about programming or?
Yeah. I wrote my first program 16 years ago.
Oh yeah.
So it don't feel that long ago to me. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, like you're just young. What's that? 2/3 of your life? Something like that.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we have it here, but apparently it's actually still hosted on SourceForge. I imagine the bug tracker. Yeah. So they use tickets. So have you ever heard developers talking about tickets and bug reports?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it came from the good old days of that's what we used, and not issues, which I prefer issues because they're more abstract from conceptually, where it can be anything, right? And I guess some people, they don't know what to do with that. It's like, oh, it's too powerful. I don't know what to do. They just become stuck. So an issue could be literally anything. It could be a bug report. It could be questions. It could be feature suggestions. It could be whatever you want it to be. It could be discussion around something, a topic. It could be planning. And, I guess when people are presented with a blank slate, people just like, it shows who's creative and who's not, who actually can do something and who can't. Remember when I was saying how if you started to write more often, it would become easier?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do feel that.
Well, just imagine that there are some people who they see a blank page and they don't know what the hell to do. Right? So it's just like, I don't know, the gray matter between their ears just isn't working. It's not computing. It's not operating at the optimal frequencies. Something, I don't know. But yeah, let's see what issues they have. Or I'm sorry, let's see what tickets. Just fucking down tickets.
I see question number 372. The threshold parameter for silence filter isn't handled correct. I see there's priority, status open, owner, nobody. Wait, who?
Well, it was created a couple months ago. But to be honest, like, I bet you if this was on GitHub, more people would probably do stuff with it. Like the fact that this isn't on GitHub, I mean, they do have PRs. I did see that. But let's see open January 2023, 2022. Like so it's like, I wouldn't even waste my time, bro. Like what I would do if this wasn't working for me is I would straight up fork it and just do my own shit and just say, you know what, screw it. They're not going to accept my upstream changes. So why would I contribute?
Yeah.
I know this could use with better stewardship, I guess. Yeah, nah, never mind. This isn't C. I'm not going back to C. Fuck that. I will not go back to C.
C.
Or I would go back to C before I went back to C++. Like real talk, I hate C++ with a passion. And I've hated so much I'm willing to say it live on stream. So if anybody's like, hey, we want you to do C#, C++, nah, fuck that. I'm good. I'll do C.
Oh, game development, man.
Well, if I don't play games, so no.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm not about to waste my time. I know some people like games. In fact, one of my friends works at 2K. He works at 2K now. I think he's like a director or something.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. I should actually hit him up. I don't know if I would go there to do game shit, but I can do other stuff. I can talk shit about game shit. That's what I can do. All right, anyway, so let's look at this right here and let's go through the fact that there is no README. So really the only way to know like what it can do is to build it and then go and look at the man pages, which is what I was doing here. This is my tool for looking at man pages that are on my machine. So we can see what it does. Can I zoom in on this? Oh, look at that. I didn't even know I can zoom. This is new. All right, so there's a few things that are important to know about audio. And, oh, actually, before I do this, we can't do this first. I forgot. So let's wait. Where's my thing at? Here we are. Yeah. So let's open up the metadata for this last video here. We'll go. Wait, why is that not selecting? What the hell? Okay, so we'll open this with my media info app. All right, I can't zoom in. This is a straight up native Mac app, and I don't know if you know, but Mac OS doesn't really like to give you readable text. It doesn't like to give you stuff that, you know, normal people can see. If you don't believe me, just open up Xcode and look at how tiny everything is. And yeah, it's really silly.
Not even working on my computer.
Oh, Xcode doesn't work on your computer? Well,
I mean, it does, but it keeps crashing and stuff.
Well, no, it's working, and that's what Xcode does. What are you saying? That's literally what it does. You're experiencing what I experienced. Welcome to the club. All right, so look here. This is the metadata for the video aspect of this. By the way, when I say video, it's important to understand that video is a little weird. Like within a video, there's the video, which is why it's weird, and then there's the audio. The audio is optional. So whenever you're looking at like these like MOV, MP4, these are containers that hold the video and the audio and all of the metadata that keeps them in sync so they can play together. And there may also be subtitles and all that kind of stuff in the container. So no, you'll like look at this as just a file. Yeah, I mean, it's in the same file. It's all packed together, but the file format, it actually has like a specification for like where things are, how it's supposed to work, and this may be defined somewhere. Let's see. Let's look. MP4 file container. Oh wait, why am I doing this? Let's use Gemini, that BS that Google's over here doing.
Oh wait,
Gemini
is that out? Gemini? I thought it was.
Well, no, they rebranded Bard, that dumbass shit, and they now call it Gemini. Tricked us. They tricked you. They ain't tricking me. Don't put me in that.
Because they were like, Gemini's coming soon, but okay, they just rebranded Bard.
I guess. Let's see if it even works. Give me the specification for the MP4. Oh man, I can't type MP4 video container. I'll just say spec. Already, I'm not impressed. Like what?
Yeah, it takes a little bit. Ooh, okay. I like how it puts out the resources.
We have to compare. I don't know. We're gonna see.
I like how it links the resources it used to bring up the output.
Wait, what the fuck? Why? What? Okay, all right, fine. I'll just click the button. Oh my gosh, I hate when things don't work the way that they should. All right, we're gonna go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT. All right, we're just gonna copy the same thing. Look at that lag though. My gosh.
Was there a lag?
Of course there's a lag. For me, maybe y'all don't see it, but like, look as I highlight. My hand was off the mouse and it caught up eventually. Here, I'll do it again. Can you see my hand? I'll do it again. Never mind.
Yeah.
I guess you don't see it. All right, so let's see. Which one gives me better info? I'm honestly
pretty much.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Not entirely, but I think the only difference that I see is like the structure.
That's the only difference you see?
I mean, it added like a resources section where it like.
Well, one of them actually answered my question. My question was, or my demand, my command is give me the spec for the MP4 video container. This is the only one that actually does it. I don't see the spec here. I see a portion of it with the with this right here. Like, but this isn't really it. This isn't an answer to my question. I'm really good at sussing out whether or not my questions are answered. Let's just I have a really good BS filter where it's just like, yeah, you give me some information, you said some words, but they're not relevant to the thing that I actually wanted to know, which is this right here. So I want to know the spec. So here's the spec, and now I can go and Google it. All right, so here it has the structure. So this is why I would like to know the name of the spec so I can go and Google it and go see information. And if you want to learn more about this, you can go. Now you know the spec. You can go look for it. And I'm pretty sure that this has some things that you can go and look at to learn even more. I don't understand why it's going to Wikipedia. Does it actually talk about the actual, how the file is built? I don't know if I see that. Well, anyway, so now we know the spec, and we now understand, hopefully you understand, that MP4 is a container for video. Yeah. It's not actually like the video, if that makes sense. All right, so let's go back to here. And what I need to do is I need to pull out the audio track, because the transcription that I need to do, it's based on audio. I can't say here's this video container and be like, oh yeah, do the thing. It needs to be in a very specific format. It needs to be in WAV format, which is another way of saying PCM, which is pulse code modulation. Are you familiar with that, either of you? PCM audio.
Hell no.
Are you familiar with AV stuff? Back in the day you had those receivers, and then
I took a music theory class when I was in high school. That's about it.
Oh, well, music theory, that's different. So
yeah, I know about MIDI controllers. I don't know about nothing else, bro.
Man, y'all learned that in theory and for music theory?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's typically audio technology.
No, it was real. Yeah, it was real dope, man. That's another thing that I was always interested in when you start talking about going into audio. I'm like, because it was cool back then. I was in band, and then I just
Did you go to
merged
band camp?
I did.
You did band camp in the summer?
I did the band camp.
That's my favorite American pop movie, just FYI. That specific one. The band camp, the flute. You remember the flute? Wait, how old are you?
I do.
Are we the same age?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the band camp, the flute. I low key, I was like, man, she kind of fine. The redhead girl, I forget her name.
100%.
Whoever she was. What's her name? I need to know it now.
No idea. I'll see.
I don't know either.
We both got powerful computers in front of us. I'll see.
I don't know. I don't feel like mine's powerful right now. It's over here lagging and chugging, struggling and shit. American Pie. She was on How I Met Your Mother too. She looked different.
Sure was.
But I was still it was the nostalgia, I was like, I was still.
Allison Hannigan.
Oh, Allison. Oh yeah, she looked like a Hannigan. Yeah, man. Hold on, let me pull her up. I guess it's her now. Let's see what she looked like in American Pie. Bandcamp, the best one of them all. Where's images? How come Google's so hard to use these days? There it is. Hopefully, I don't get banned from YouTube for showing a goddamn picture. Yeah, yeah, this is her right here.
You never know. Oh, okay.
Man,
yeah, she looks way different.
Man, she could have got it back then. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely 20 years ago.
Yeah, let's see how she looked in How I Met Your Mother, which was 10 years ago, I think. Which was a good show. If y'all have never seen it, you should look at it.
I've never seen it. Oh wow, it has 9 seasons as well.
Yeah.
That show kind of dragged on too long. I enjoyed it though in the beginning.
I mean, I still enjoyed it,
I enjoyed it in the beginning.
Yeah, bro. Oh man,
MPH,
she could still get it, bro. Oh,
he's a legend.
What?
What you over here? What I see you over here blushing, Yanni. Why you over here blushing? Man, what you doing? You know, he over here distracted.
No, I'm just saying she it's not.
Well, what you saying though? What you saying?
It's just she's not as hype as what are you guys?
I don't know. I just know they don't make
Yanni
them like
keeping
that.
it PC, man.
They
I
don't.
feel you,
I'm
bro.
not. Fuck that. The hell.
We gotta keep it PC.
Who do? I don't. I'm a free man. You know, like as far as I know, after the Emancipation Proclamation, I became a full-fledged American citizen, and my birthright is free speech. I will not take that for granted. Now, Yanni, on the other hand, it's not your birthright, but once eventually, when you get that citizenship, hopefully we'll still have that right. I hear that they're trying to take away our First Amendment. No.
Yeah, they've turned.
Yeah, but I take that shit seriously because you can't take for granted. The second that you decide to do politically correct, which by the way, that comes from Russia. That's communist shit. That's the Bolshevik Revolution shit, where it's like politically correct, where it's like instead of being actually correct, you do something that's politically correct, which is generally wrong. So yeah, no, I don't play that over here. So you'll get to know that about me. I say what's on my mind generally, for the most part. And consequences be damned, because the consequence of me not saying what's on my mind is literal hell. Like I have to live with myself, which I care more about how I feel about myself than how other people feel about me. And that's just due to the nature of, as far as I know, no one else is giving me 7 figures. It's just as far as I know. I mean, if any of y'all who are watching me now, if y'all have, if any of your money has ever ended up in my account, like maybe I would listen to you and I would care about your feelings. But yeah, let's go and find out what we're gonna try to do here. So we have the video container, and there is a program that we can use. Hold on, before I go into that, I first have to ask.
Yeah.
Do they make them like this in Ethiopia?
What do they make them like this?
Oh, should I close it? God damn it. Whoever her name is, Allison Hannigan. They make them like that in Ethiopia.
No, way better.
Wait, did you say way better? Wait, what? All right,
That's
now Yanni's
Johannesburg, South Africa.
Nah,
man.
he's
That's
from.
the only
He's
place
not
you
from
gonna-
there.
That's the only place you're gonna find those.
Wait, fine. Well, nah, they're Dutch. Down there.
Allison.
Well,
in
not
the
a
motherland.
Hannigan though. That's they're Dutch down there. Hannigan is up in what is that? Scotland or Ireland or whatever the hell that is. It's a little bit more.
Yeah.
Give me a Ethiopian person who I should know. I need to know now.
Let me think.
Well, I don't. You can't. Are you from Ethiopia too?
No.
Oh no, this for Yanni. Cause I'm like, I need to see what they like. I was only, honestly, Ethiopia. It was dope when I was there. I was only there for a day though. I didn't get to spend that much time.
I don't have specific names. I guess you can Google them. I don't know.
Well, of course. Who am I Googling?
I don't have a name like specifically. I don't follow.
I'm just supposed to say Ethiopian.
Good-looking girls, or I guess
Never
women.
mind.
I
Never
don't
mind. We'll move on. You need to think about this for the future. We're going to revisit this. All right. So let's look at the program that we're going to use. There's a program called FFmpeg here. And I want to say they have a website too. In fact, they actually do have a website. So we'll go to their website, FFmpeg. All right, so here is the website. It's beautiful, isn't it? Get to see all of the things, all of the updates. And they do a lot of updates. They keep this thing up to date for real. And this is like witchcraft. Let's look at their docs.
Witchcraft.
Yeah, bro. Like FFmpeg is. So I've been using this kind of for. Wait, we actually have a lover of FFmpeg. Wow, Reynold. That's impressive.
In chat?
Yeah, he's like, understanding the options is impossible. It's possible with enough time and effort and head banging. But what I found is that you have to understand video and audio to kind of wrap your head around FFmpeg, as well as how we do computer graphics. Like, it's a lot of different things that you need to know in order to get the most out of this. But yeah, you see here they have the command line tool, which is literally called FFmpeg, and they have all these different things that you can do. Back when I used to do this in the past, I was mostly concerned with muxers and demuxers, as well as the filters. I'm not saying I was good at it. I was shit at it. I was trash, but you know, I know what they can do. So what we want to do is look at the utilities right quick. Oh wait, whoa, wow, they have an audio resampler. Maybe I don't need to use socks. If I can resample my audio here, then I don't have to shell out to 2 different programs. So I'll need to look into that. But let's look here. So this is what their docs look like. How does this look?
It looks how's it? I don't know. Like just plain.
Plain?
Yeah.
All right, well, what does
That's
this
the word that comes
plainness
to
mean
mind.
to you? What does that plainness right here mean to you? I'll zoom in for you.
That looks like
Well, you said it looked
Jesus.
plain, so yeah, but this is why it's unapproachable to some people. It's because it's like you have to understand a lot of different things, and the way that you specify options is kind of it can be a little tedious. And this is, you know, obviously, you know, you have all these options here. Now, a lot of people don't think of these things, but like 720, 480, by the way, this is what you would call standard definition. But the actual term for it is NTSC.
what does it stand for?
Something about North American. I don't remember. Let's see. Like I just know NTC and or NTSC and PAL. PAL is for the European people, and I think the
man,
Asians.
that's word to the PlayStation 1 came in those 2 formats, the games.
All right. Well, here you go.
Just a random fact. If you download emulators, you can get those NTSCs or PALs.
Yeah, no, most game systems, even today, they still use that. Let's see. Frame. Sorry, Kyle just sent something. This is oh, okay, never mind. Yeah. So you can see here that like NTSC is used basically here in North America, but PAL is also used in South America and over here in Europe, except for what is this? Is this France? Is that France?
Wait, which one?
This orange one.
I thought that was Turkey or something.
Bro, that's not Turkey. Like,
Where's
like,
Turkey
what?
the one above it?
No, this is the UK. Man,
Is this
now
a
I don't want to
France?
hear any shit from anybody who's
That is
international
France, man.
talking about like
I'm not
Americans don't know
international.
shit.
Spain is underneath it. Yes, Spain is
Well,
blue.
you're an exception.
Man, I will.
Who's your team?
Well, I mean that might
Nah,
be.
man, my geography is terrible.
Yeah, even he
but
knew what you said. Yeah, you
That's
live right
definitely
next to
France.
it. Yeah, it's France. I was like, that's definitely not Turkey. Turkey is I think this is Turkey right here, and then this is Greece.
Oh yeah.
No, this might be Germany. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. I actually don't know.
Germany touches France.
Then yeah, this is Germany then, and this must be Poland, or should we say East Germany? I don't know. I'll say it's Poland.
Oh wow.
Or Poland. We'll say that. Yeah. Let's see. We got some. Is this for your Vision Pro project? No. At the moment, this is for the bot that I'm creating. The Vision Pro project, I haven't truly started in earnest yet. I have the project shell kind of, and I got to a point where I realized that I couldn't go any further with the simulator, so I got the device. And then I got the device and realized that I couldn't really go any further until I bought the developer strap. And then I bought the developer strap, and I'm just like, fuck this. I haven't done because it like hangs off. It's just like weird. I don't know. So yeah, no, it's not for that. HDMI has abstracted most of that out with VRR and all that. Wait, what are we talking about? Are you talking about like the NTSC and the PAL stuff? Oh yeah, see Randall, he knew too. He said yes, it's France, and he even says Americans horrible at geography. I'm American. I'm pretty good with geography. What you don't know is that it wasn't an American who didn't know. So yeah, gotcha. It wasn't an American.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, I know my geography fairly well. mainly because I've been around. So, and I also have a globe and a map. Those things, they've existed. That old school technology. You remember back in the day, you had a map.
We had those too.
We had them in color. We had them without borders. We had them with borders. We had topological maps, like all of that.
Man, what you know about MapQuest though, man? Let's take it way back.
Man, I don't know nothing about MapQuest.
before GPS, man. Printing out directions to get somewhere.
So I grew up with key maps. So I completely skipped MapQuest, and honestly, I barely use navigation as it is. Like I'm a motorcycle person, so it's like I kind of have to just know where to go. So I would I would literally look at a map, and I can reason about where I am.
Reading a real map then. All right. That's cool.
Well, yeah, and I mean, also you gotta like flight maps if you're looking in like that like it's mapping is a whole thing. I'm not saying that I like it. It's just I was exposed to it at a young age, so I know how to do all of that stuff. But I also knew how to find my way. Just using the stuff around me. For instance, when you look up, there's this thing called the sun, and it happens to do the same shit every single day. It rises in the east and it sets in the west. So if you look at where the sun is, you can orient yourself. Or if you live in certain places, you understand the weather patterns because you look at the sky every day. Hopefully, I do, and you understand the direction that the wind typically blows, and if you can kind of like juxtapose that with where the sun is, and you can figure out where you are just from that. So I'm really good with just like knowing what direction I'm going and what direction I need to go, and I can figure it out from there. Anyway, we're getting off topic from this FFmpeg magic that we're about to do.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a particular command that I want to run right now. It's ffmpeg, and I thought I saw a shadow. Oh my god! And we're gonna do -I, and I want to show y'all what this means. So we'll go to ffmpeg here, and let's look for the -I option. This is why I love this tool, by the way. It's easy, like when you have a lot of different. Actually, I don't know if I like this. I want to put a regular expression here now. But what's cool about here is that you can kind of see all of the stuff within context. So you can scroll through if you really wanted to, and maybe you'll see -I. So yeah, that's probably what I should do. If I were in my terminal, what I would do is I would do a grep. And then I can say line starting with -I, because all of these flags generally start the line. So if you know that about a man file, you can use that to your advantage and find things that you want. Because obviously that's a common word, or I'm sorry, common letter, because it's a vowel. So if you just looked for I, or even -I, like you're going to see all these different things here. All right, let's see if we can find -I. Maybe here we are. So it says URL. Input file URL. Now I know that you all may be thinking that a URL is just for the internet. That is actually false. It's in the name. Uniform Resource Locator. No, locator. Oh. You're thinking of a URI, which is different from a URL. Now, for most people, the words don't matter, but for me, it do, because they are very different. They do different things.
Okay, so Uniform Resource Locator.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, yeah. So this means that I can give it something like this. Here's a URL. Oh my gosh. Oh, do you see that? It's lagging.
Yeah, I do see it.
There we go. So this like here is a URL, essentially. And obviously it's not a full URL. Let's actually go to something else. We'll go to this YAML file. Oh, we'll just use Swift. So now we have a URL. And if we were to read this URL, we'll do that right click. We get that. So that URL represents that. All right.
I see.
So we'll go back. Oops. Oh, okay. I never even started the command. So we'll do ffmpeg -I. And then I need to give it the source. That's what it says here. If we go up to here. So you see ffmpeg. You give it options. Optional. That's what these are. By the way, are y'all familiar with BNR or BNF?
No.
I'm sorry, BNF. Bauer Nocus form.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's
Oh.
let's backtrack a little bit.
All right.
I don't know what they teach in school these days. That's what I was about. Like maybe you will learn in school, but I don't know. Like I don't. Locus form. I misspelled it, but that's cool. It'll figure it out. Ah, come on. That's not it. BNF. No, that's not it either. Here we go. Bacchus, Noir, now, or however the hell you say it. So it's this right here. And you've maybe seen stuff like this. Most languages, if you're building a programming language, for instance, when you're building your grammar, the grammar is generally going to be in BNF form.
I see.
Are you familiar with what?
Johnny, you studying CS?
Yeah.
Okay.
Study at CS.
Are you doing CS as well, or what do you do?
ME.
Oh,
mechanical
okay,
engineer.
mechanical engineer. You're a real engineer. Okay, I'm just a fake one. I pretend to be one when I'm in California. I can't call myself an engineer here in Texas though. It's a license that you have to get.
Nah, you're a developer relations engineer then.
I cannot call myself an engineer in Texas. Legally, I cannot call myself an engineer.
Oh, wait, what?
Because I live in Texas. We have standards in our state, unlike other places, where everyone can be an engineer. You have support engineers. You have success
support
engineers.
Wait, is there a thing called support engineer?
Obviously, if I'm saying it, yes.
What the hell?
You have, like, you just say anything,
Success
you put
engineers?
engineer at the end, and it's in California, you have that. Whereas here, we have actual standards in our state. So to become a licensed engineer in our state, you have to first practice under another licensed engineer for a couple of years. And then you are able to sit for the license exam. And then after a while, I think you actually can become an engineer. Let's see, Texas engineering license. And the reason why it's important is because there's this thing called accountability that we have in our state. So if you're an engineer, you're generally responsible for building things. And someone needs to be accountable and make sure that you are going to do the best job that you can, that you're going to do all of the things to make sure that you're not going to kill people. So it's part of that. So here it is, Texas Board of Professional Engineers. So we can see that it's not just me over here saying shit. And let's see. Here are the exams.
Oh, okay. There's like an exam.
And yeah, so like there's a whole process to becoming an engineer in our state.
Well, yeah, I mean that's dope.
I mean, maybe for me it is, because if I actually were to decide that I want to become a real engineer one day, I can get this. And now, like, you know, unless you have this, certain companies won't be able to hire you because they can only hire engineers for certain things.
Land surveyors.
Yeah, just a little fun fact about.
I feel like you could just get that, like, working in an internship though, right? Like, kind of kill two birds with one stone.
Assuming you were working under an engineer.
Right. Yeah.
And they have to sponsor you.
Okay.
So it's not just, I worked at an internship and I can do it now. It's like that engineer has to sign off on you being able to do the thing. So again, it makes sure that, you know, there's accountability here, which, you know, I appreciate. That's all I can say. Let me go ahead and go forward and go back to this BNF form. So the reason why I wanted to bring this up is that, you know, if you understand this, you can really, really, really easily make sense of, and I want to be clear, where did the thing go? This technically isn't Bauer Nar form, or however the hell you say it. It's technically not that, but it works in kind of the same way. So whenever you see square braces, that means optional. So, you know, you have the option of using these flags, and there can be many of them. The input files here. So you see here how it's in this, how it's in like I don't know, like curly braces. You can have more than one. So it's like, you know, it's telling you how you can structure the command. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and drag the file that I want to convert. Just that. Shit. I shouldn't have did it this way. I'm already in the directory, so I don't want to name it fully. I'll just name it this way: 2024 3. All right, there we are. All right, so that's the source. Now, if we go back to the option here, which I've already lost. Where is that? Okay, here we are. I don't know why I know that this has a destination file. Oh, never mind. Here, that's why I know, because I was literally looking at it. So you see here, I put in my input file.
Yep.
And it says here I can do -I input file. This is an example. And what this is saying is that you have flags, and then you can give a file. And then, you know, this ... means that you can do more of that. And then this next one is the output. And this is giving you like how it expects the output to be named. In this case, it needs to be a URL. Same thing. So we'll just give it a URL. Remember, I created that path on my desktop called process audio. That's my URL. And then we need to give it a name. So we'll say 2024 02 03 audio. We'll call it .wave, I think. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. Wait, what am I doing? I've already forgotten. Yes, I'm converting this to wave. Yeah, so what's cool about FFmpeg is that it looks at the file extension to determine what it is that you want to do. So you don't have to explicitly state what it is that you would like to do. So in this, because I have this movie file and the output is a wave, FFmpeg, you know, the developers are like, they're inferring that I want to create a wave file, and it can handle it, so it'll just do it. So we'll go ahead and do that, and get a bunch of output. It's gonna take a little bit. It's 2.5 hours worth of, you know, video and audio. It's actually going much slower. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, it hadn't even started. I don't know why that took so long. What the hell? Yeah, you see here, it's showing you what the bit rate that it's doing it at. So it's like 1500 kilobits per second. So Yanni, you did enough CS to maybe know this. What's the difference between bits and bytes, and why do we use them? Or when do we use bits versus bytes?
It's like an A+ exam right now.
Nah, this wouldn't. A+ is about hardware. That's different. Although
it's both.
You would get it a little bit, I think, maybe. Well, you must know if you know about A+. Do you know? When do we use bits versus bytes?
A little bit. I don't know that.
We use bits versus bytes. Well, I do know like 1 bit is like 8. No, was it 1 byte is 8 bits? I think.
Yes.
That part I do know.
But that's not when we use one or the other, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know when.
I'm sure you can think about it. Like, how much space do you have on your hard drive?
So that's 256 gigabytes. So
there you go.
Like...
So why didn't you say whatever that is times 8 bits?
Right.
Yeah. Well,
do you know your answer now?
Yes, I do.
We use it for storage and file sizes. We use bytes for that. However, for networking, for transferring things, we use bits. So there's bits per second, and then there's bytes per second. And if you ever looked at internet speeds, they're always selling you on how many megabytes per second it is. And they're like, they use the capital B. They do M capital B. And if you know anything, you'll know that that's like false marketing. Most people don't know that capital B means bytes and lowercase b means bit. So if you see something that's like, oh, your internet speed is 200 mega MB per second, what you need to do is divide that by 8. And that's what it is in bytes per second. I don't understand why people think in bytes per second, because we generally we measure transfer speeds always in bits per second. So it's a little bit of disingenuity on the networking, the networking side. No, the ISP side, yeah. Over here advertising shit. So like I have, I think 2 gigabits or 2 gigabytes per second, but it's really 2 gigabits per second. So if you were to divide it by 8, it should be about 125 megabytes to 250 megabytes per second.
I see.
Yes. I am indeed streaming on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. Might explain a little of the sluggishness. It doesn't, because I've been doing this for a year, and it wasn't sluggish. Tell him, Yanni. Tell him how amazingly fast it was. Just 3 months ago.
I don't know what happened. Yeah. I think he does have screen sharing on Zoom. So I think
we used to do that too a year ago.
Yeah, but ever since some Zoom update, things started to slow down.
They hired a bunch of new developers. That's what it was. They're just like, why should we care about performance? Or maybe they laid off all their good developers. I heard they were going through layoffs. FYI. Yeah. Let's see. I know we're eventually I will do something useful in life. Let's see, layoffs. FYI. I remember seeing Zoom in here the other day.
No, was it? I thought that was Twitter or something.
Nah, Zoom. Nah, Zoom has been laying off people too. How do I search? Oh, here it is, literally. Zoom. Look at that. 150. And oh shit, that was this month. Oh, that was 8 days ago. No wonder they shit so trash. They letting go all of their people. I don't know. I'm just saying that they could be letting go non-engineers. I don't know who they're letting go, but yeah, they've been going through layoffs often, and this isn't the only one. So let's see when the next one was. All right, so they did one last year in the same month. Wow, it seems like they like to lay off people in February. So if you're working at Zoom, it's February, like you about to lose your job. Black History Month. That's what it is. They blackball. Yeah, they did. Oh shit, 1,300. Oh my gosh.
Wait, in total?
Yeah. On
or just 7th. In one. Oh, last year.
Yeah, last year. Yeah.
It's like 15%. Like.
Well, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how big it was. It says 15. Oh, okay, it's 15%. Man, like they needed that many people to build Zoom. All right, yeah. All right, look at that. The more you know. All right, let's go back to what we were doing over here. All right, so if I look into here, there should be my process audio. Here we are. So let's take a look at it, I guess. We will first open this up in a directory here. And let's open this with media info. And we can get a feel for what this is. So remember how it's like PCM? Well, yeah. Here we are. There we are. Format settings, PCM WAV format. So WAV is just another name for PCM, which is the technique that we use for encoding audio, specifically the samples. And hold on, I gotta. Haha, Apple maybe wants you to upgrade. Yeah, honestly, I've been talking to Yanni about this. How like I'm probably gonna upgrade to the M3.
M3 Ultra.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I kind of want to wait for the M4 unless they go to the new the N3E node, which is a little bit more efficient. They have higher yields. Unless they're doing that, I don't know. I would prefer to wait, because every time they go to a new node process, there are things that they need to work out to make it, more efficient, better, and all that kind of stuff. But who knows? Maybe I'll just say screw it and just get it. I'm gonna blow my Apple budget for the year, bro. Like that's the. So I have a $10,000 a year Apple budget. That's why I'm guessing because I just dropped $6,000 on the Vision and accessories. And then
is gone in Vision price.
Yeah, and like let's look at what.
It's actually more. What? How about the second one?
What do you mean the second one? But that doesn't count. I'm not. That's completely. People don't even know I need to have another one. Like I have no Vision Pros. I'm broke. I don't have anything. Don't listen to him. Right. Oh shit! I can look at Usher. Oh wait, no, I can stream Usher's hit. I don't like Usher that much though. So.
The Super Bowl. Okay.
Oh, the Super Bowl. Oh yeah. What's his name was talking about Super? Oh yeah, I don't really do Super Bowl. I'm not really.
I don't either, man.
Eddie's
I'm not a football Americano guy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like I'm with you, bro. Like it goes even deeper for me though. It's just like, why would I want to watch other men make more money than me when I can be out there trying to make more money?
Hey,
like I just don't get it.
You got a point, man, with that. But so I mean, I watch F1 though. That's my sport of choice. Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to get a feel for how much my next one will cost. Okay.
Oh gosh.
It's probably going to cost more because I'm getting whatever has more.
92.
It'll probably be two in the 250s. because you know the max has 100 and however many, or what is the max? Let's see what the current MacBook Pro M1 Max, M3 Max, whatever the hell it is. I keep saying M1. All right, let's go to buy.
It's got to be 128, ain't it?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
would just think it is.
Yeah, that's what I think, but I don't know. Wait, what
I
did
don't
I
never
just
click
select?
that button, man. That's one.
Oh, well, it's 128. Yeah, so I would expect to have 256. So yeah, I'm probably going to be dropping $8,000.
That is insane.
Yeah, which why I'm like, I'm going to blow through my budget. I only have a $10,000 a year budget, and yeah.
Oh yeah, you did return these, right?
Wait, oh yeah. So I bought the M3 Max, and man, I shit you not, I opened it, and it sat on my desk. I was just like, fuck this, I'm not about to do this.
Dust, yeah.
I didn't do that. I put it in the like it was just on the thing. I didn't open, like it was like I didn't even pull off the paper, you know, the thing. I got it and I was like, man, I'm gonna set it up, and then I thought about it. I'm like, this is gonna take me days or weeks. You know, it takes me weeks to set up these things. I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. So I sent it back. I'm just like, I'll wait. That's why I'm on the fence about whether or not I want to get an M3 Ultra, is because this is my main machine, which means I will be forced to deal with it. And I hate dealing with shit. You'll get to know this about me soon. But like, I hate dealing with anything. And oh man, it's giving me anxiety now to know that I would have to like set up this. There's a lot of stuff that you all don't see. And I think that's why it may not make a lot of sense to you all, but I have a lot of things going on. This is a very highly customized machine. And yeah, I haven't automated it yet. I should do that.
I remember we were setting up the laptops like what, 2 years ago?
Do you use Vim?
I don't use Vim, but I can use Vim, and I choose not to use Vim.
Okay.
And it's not for any any reason in particular other than
I was just asking when you said that you had to do all your setup stuff. I was like, I know that's like big time.
Well, so I don't use Vim, but I do have a Vim setup. I just don't use it. Here, I'll show you like some of the other things that are going on, and some of this isn't really that custom, except the aliases, I guess. So like if I go here, this wouldn't work. So let's say no. We'll go to quit. All right, so let's go into an actual repo. We'll go to code here. We'll use YT Slackbot as an example. So like this right here. So I'm able to just see shit, or if I don't have any Docker containers running right now, but if I did, you see all my Docker containers, or the fact that I do this and I want to see things. Like all of this is, these aren't commands that you just see. Or I have certain Git commands, even though I try not to use the CLI. I try to use GitHub Desktop, but I actually have custom Git commands so that I don't have to type a bunch of shit. I have network stuff that I have to get set up. I'm on I run 2 networks here, and I have my NAS and all that stuff, but I also have other machines that I would need to configure. And right now I have an account on all of my different machines where I can log in from here. I would have to go to all my other machines and set up that account. So that means I have to drive way the fuck to Pearland to go make sure that one's set up. I have to go and get my laptop to make sure that's set up. I have a laptop over here I have to get set up, and then I have to get the M1 set up, the Max. So it's like it's a lot of things, and that's just that part. That's not including all the custom software that I have, the software that I've built myself. I've had to rebuild and do. There's my Visual Studio setup. There's Android, because I do Android stuff. I do like iOS stuff. It's just a lot of stuff. So yeah. And then there's my music stuff. So I don't really do this online, but like I'm still in music, and I have a lot of audio stuff. So I have Logic, which is easy. That's easy to do. But Ableton Live, all of my plugins. I have dozens of plugins that I would have to install. All of the licensing that I would have to do, I had to go and get, do all the licensing. You see where I'm coming from? It takes me weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
I
just like, I
see
don't
why
want to deal with
a
that.
new computer is a headache for you. I need one though. I need a new MacBook Pro for sure. I think this one
You got the
is.
Intel one or the
Yeah,
M1 one?
I got the last of the Intels,
Oh, the
and this thing is
i9.
just like so like
Do you
2020, I
need a
believe.
laptop, or do you want a laptop, or would you be willing to
Uh,
work on a desktop?
I mean, I use my laptop as a desktop,
Okay, I see.
so
Wait, I got a
yeah.
question right quick. Let's see. How much RAM are you using on average when you go on full throttle? I'm hitting swap. That's how much I'm
Wow.
using. I'm hitting swap. I have 64 gigabytes on this. Right now, I'm not really doing much. So I'm only using whatever this is. Yeah, I'm not using much right now. But when I'm actually doing like for real stuff, I'm using swap. And generally I have my streaming stuff running, and it's not necessarily streaming. I also use it as a recorder. I sometimes have Final Cut open. I may have my like Android Studio open. I generally have databases running in the background. There's Docker generally running in the background, along with all of these different projects that I may have up. Then there's the applications that I generally have open all the time. I have Slack open all the time, Discord open all the time, Obsidian open most of the time, desktop open all of the time. I have Superhuman and all this stuff. I have certain things that are just always running. And granted, you don't need 200 whatever gigabytes for that. But the large language models that I load into memory, I need it for that. So there are certain models that I straight up can't use. Or, I can if I'm willing to accept a lower quantization number, but no, I would like to be able to load the biggest model possible so I can get the best results. So yeah, hopefully that gives you an answer. I know that it's common that a lot of people are like, no one needs that much RAM, but some people actually do stuff on their computers. And I do that. And sometimes I have Windows open. So I generally will have Windows open because I do like financial modeling from time to time. So I use Windows for that, or I may need to test certain
So
things.
like parallel, or
Yeah, I
are
use
you running
Parallels.
VM?
Yeah, Parallels.
Okay.
Yeah. Which means that it's going through the Rosetta 2 translation and all that. It's fast, but it uses RAM. And I know I say I don't play games, but there are 2 games that I actually do play. It's the Oregon Trail and City Skylines. It's just I can't run City Skylines on this.
Yeah.
On the M3 I can. I know I can run it on the M3. So
those are like, not City Skylines, but it's pretty much SimCity, the new version of SimCity. But those are like the 2 first, computer games that I ever played.
Yeah.
Oregon Trail being number 1, and then
have you seen the new Oregon Trail on Apple Arcade?
Nah, I haven't.
Bro, it's so dope. I would open it, but last time I did it, I got copyright struck. So
wow.
YouTube, bro.
I'll open it up over here.
Yeah. It's in Apple Arcade. It's pretty dope. So yeah, now we know that I'm about to. Man, my gosh. Man, that's a lot of money to spend to have to do extra work. That's the thing. Like, I'm gonna drop $8,500.
Like that black. Oh my god.
Well, I wouldn't get this.
The color looks. Yeah, I think. Well, you had a video up on your Instagram, I think.
I did. Oh yeah. It doesn't actually look like that. It's not actually. It doesn't look like that in person. It looks just like it's a darker gray. In certain angles,
so it's like space gray then.
Yeah, it looks like what space gray should have been.
I
don't know.
exactly.
I wouldn't call it way better, but it's. It's okay.
I thought it was black because that would be cold.
Yeah, it would be. It would be dope.
They used to have the old one used to be black.
I know.
Like back in the day.
It used to be the old one.
Yeah, way back.
They used to be made out of plastic though, the polycarbonate ones. I don't. Yeah. The old polycarbonate MacBook Pros. They came in black, and then when they went to this unibody design, they were in silver. And I think they released space gray later as a second option or whatever. I don't know. It's been a while. But yeah, I think the Mac Studio may be that, but I don't really care about colors. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying, for it to be kind of new, I always just get the silver, like the aluminum, whatever that is offered. But yeah, maybe I'll switch it up and get it. I think it just looks clean. Everything's
It does until you touch it.
Yeah, that's
And you
true.
see your fingerprints all over the place, and then it's not so clean anymore. That's one of the benefits of getting the silver one, is fingerprints show up less. So if you care about that kind of stuff, I that kind of stuff irks me. I hate seeing fingerprints and all that kind of stuff on anything. All right, I got another question. Do you have a PC setup as well with a 4090? No, I don't. This is exclusively a Apple Mac household. I own nothing that is from inferior brands, in my opinion. Like anything where I have to do work, and that's what I mean. Like, you know, you may optimize performance, and I understand that, but I optimize my experience using the stuff. I don't enjoy Windows at all. I mean, I have it, but I only
Me either, man.
like,
I gotta
don't
work
like
on
it.
it though.
I
Like,
mean,
all the software that I use at work is
so
pretty much all.
you know what I
Windows
did
only.
when I was forced to use Windows? I quit the job. I said, like, no.
I mean,
like,
well,
no,
it's
I'm,
kind
like,
of
I'm not doing
industry
it.
standard, man. It's like
not where I am, bro. Like, I've like you're not
I don't
wrong.
know very many.
You're not wrong.
Well, yeah.
You're not wrong. You're right. Most people use Windows. However, there are certain organizations, even within engineering, that use Macs.
Well, I'm talking about my like CAD design is almost.
Yeah, almost
I
exclusively
don't really
on
know.
Windows.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Are you using
any-
Autodesk?
No, that's CATIA. You know what that is?
Nah, I've never heard of it.
Okay.
Nah, I've never heard of it. Yeah, like inferior from the standpoint of with Apple, all I do is buy it's not even, think of it as an appliance, right? Like when you go to a store, you buy a refrigerator or a microwave and you plug it in and the shit works. That to me, that's the experience that I want. Like I want to go to a store. I don't want to be presented with like infinite combinations or permutations of options. I don't care enough. I want to have 4 options. I know some people are the lack of choice. I love lack of choice. That's where creativity comes in. Like when I was making music, the best music that I made was when I had like the most constraints. And I'm not saying that you want to be constrained with computing, but I think Apple does a fair job of like giving you enough options to where you'll be okay. Generally, the highest option is what I get. And I had to upgrade every 2 years or every year sometimes. Back in the Intel days. I take it back. Back in the Intel days. This is actually the first time in a very long time that I've gone multiple years without having to upgrade my machine. Which, if I can eke out 3 years, oh my gosh, that would be a achievement. Because there are some times where it's like, yeah, I would end up having to get another machine because what I was doing, it just wasn't capable. I couldn't do it on the machine that I had. But yeah, since we've left Intel, we've been good. We've been real good. All right, where did I leave off? I think I showed we have the audio right here. So yeah, we have the audio. Now we need to do something else. We need to resample the audio. Apparently, you could use FFmpeg to do that. I don't know how to do it, so I'm gonna do it using the tool that I know how to do it with. And when I say know how to do it with, that's in air quotes because I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing ever. All right, so we're gonna use socks, and then we're gonna pass in our audio file, which is that thing right there, and then we're gonna say the new option to resample. And I think I need to tell it what sample rate I want. Are y'all familiar with sample rates? Like, what do they mean?
Not at all.
Okay. All right. Let's open up Obsidian right quick. For some reason, it always opens up in extra bright, blindingly bright mode. Okay, here we are. Oh man, yeah, this is gonna be fun. Can we even draw? Think what I want to draw here? Yeah, nah.
What are you?
I want to draw a sine wave. How do I draw a sine wave? Is that possible? Do I just like do this? We'll do that. Can I add a point? Okay, yeah. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I can add a point.
Okay.
And then can I add another point? Wait, I can only add 1 point. Shit. Okay. Well, I have a way that I think I can fix this. So we'll make this smaller, and then I'll duplicate it. And can I flip it? Does it allow me to rotate? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at that sexy sine wave right there. All right. So we have a halfway sine wave. We're just gonna pretend that it goes all the way, right? And then we'll do we'll do like one of these things right here. And then we'll do another one of those things. Actually, we'll do an arrow because this is going to go into infinity right there. All right, cool. So this is generally this is analog signal. So we'll say that. We'll say this analog signal, or we'll say sine wave. Right. So in nature, everything there is no discrete steps to go from one to another thing, right? Like you have to go through all of the values, all infinite values to get to the next value. Now in computing, we can't do this. That's just way too much information. We can't do it ever. So what we do is we have this concept of a sample rate, which is, let me put it here. So we'll say sample rate. So let's say that I wanted to know what this value is here. So we take a sample. So this is our sample here. And let's say that this value, we're going to make up a number. I don't really know what it would be, but we'll say that this sample right here is 5.7. I don't know whatever that is. I'll just type 5.3, right? Well, if I want to reconstruct this wave, if I just took this one sample, I wouldn't be able to reconstruct the wave. There's not enough information, right? Like if you think about if you wanted to plot something on a graph, you put a lot of dots and then you can connect the dots.
See the full thing.
Yes, and the more dots you have, the more fidelity you have. The less dots you have, the less fidelity you have. Or if you go into calculus mode, I guess it would be the equivalent to the little wiggle in your derivative. What is it, dx? Yeah, I think whatever dx is, like you could wiggle that a little bit, and if you make it smaller, or if you make it into tiny enough slices, you can reconstruct something where it looks like the original input. It's the same thing here, where it's like we are taking samples. A sample is literally we measure a value at a certain time, and we measure it over in frequencies, or in frequency, because it's a cycle. We do it so many times a second. Generally, for most computer audio, most CD audio, you're hearing 44,100 samples per second. So that means that when it was being recorded, the microphone, what you're hearing me right now, my computer is currently taking a sample of what I'm saying 48,000 times a second. I'm at 48 kilohertz right now. So 48,000 times a second, and that's being sent across the wire to y'all. Obviously, there's a step that happens before that, but for all intents and purposes, I'm sending that all these samples to you all, and it's being reconstructed by your DAC into audio waves. And what that is just like what do you call these things? The speakers, the little magnet in your ear. Well, the amount of voltage that you put into the speaker is going to dictate how much force it goes like this with. Like it's being controlled by these values right here. So if you do it enough times, you'll reproduce sound. Anyway, so let's take another sample here, and we'll do this right here. And let's say that this sample, I don't know what it would be. I just know it's probably lower. So let's just say this is 2.1 something, and then we'll take a lot of samples. All right. So what I need to do is I need to take audio that has 48,000 of these and turn it into audio that has 16,000 of these per second. So that's what I'm doing here. That's what this 16K is. It's taking it from the original, which I think I had up the other day. Yeah, so here you see where it says sample rate, 48 kilohertz. It's 48,000 samples a second. I wanted at 16, so I'm reducing it by a factor of 4. This is going to have the effect of reducing the file size because you have less data that you have to represent, like less samples. So we're going to see a small reduction, or about it's not going to be quite a 4-time reduction, but it'll be close. Like it'll be between 3 to 4 times smaller than what it is now. Now you may think that it's going to change the audio, and it will, but this is where you get into something called the Nyquist theorem. Maybe you know about this one, who's here. But the sample rate dictates the max frequency that you can hear. So it's about twice the frequency. So the max frequency that I would be able to hear would be about 8 kilohertz, which when you think about voice, that's okay because our voice is in between 100 hertz and about maybe 10,000 kilohertz if you're singing, high pitched notes. Right. So we'll do that. We'll resample it, and then we're gonna just name it, I guess. So we'll say 2024. Oops. 02, 03, 16K wave, and hopefully this works. It probably will. Oh yeah, look at that. I know what I'm doing. Look at me. So it's right in the file. So it is going to take a little bit, and we can rate clip 16 samples. I don't know if I care. Why are you telling me this? Let me make sure that this is okay. Yeah, here we are. So we see that it's 480 megabytes, and let's compare it to the original, which was 1.44 gigabytes. Do we agree that that's about a factor of 4-ish, maybe a little bit? No. Well, do the math, and it's about 4-ish. Yeah. 3 to 4. All right. So now we have this audio, and we can play it if we want. But I don't want to play it. We know it's audio. So the next thing is using. Wait, where's my notes? Do y'all understand the sampling and all this? We're good. I know it's a half-baked explanation, but I wasn't intending to do this. So are y'all satisfied with what you know so far about sample rates?
Yes.
I'm almost a pro. Almost.
What coding language is this?
Wait, which
shell
one?
bash. So this is the shell. And so far you haven't, I don't know when you came, but so far you haven't seen any code. Now if you came earlier, this right here is TypeScript. And if you were here at some other point, this right here is SQL. And it just depends on when you come. Like, I don't know what language you came in at, but all of this is shell.
That's crazy, man. You're talented. You got all of those.
Well, I don't like to say talented. I would prefer to say skilled, because it's something that I had to work at. Like, talented people tend to just have, some type of natural ability. And honestly, I think that, especially in this field, I think that it's the people who have talent who could end up being surpassed by the people who had to work to develop the skill. It's kind of like
that's pretty much everything, man.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I think that too. Everything. People with natural talent get lazy.
Yes, that's basically what I'm getting at. Where it's just like if you just do it naturally, then you'll become a little lazy. All right, so now we have this new sample here. So we'll look at it here, and it's the 16K. Now I have a program, so we'll open up another thingamajig, and we'll go into my code directory, code and color here. All right, so now we have this is Whisper, and I've already built it. So all I need to do is main. Oops, that's main, and then I can tell it what I want. So in this case, I want we'll do text. We'll do text for now. I'm gonna do SRT. I'm gonna do both eventually, and then I'm gonna give it the file. Remember, the file is in my process directory, so we'll name that path, which is whatever this is, process audio, and I need to give it the 16 kilohertz version of that. And then yeah, we'll just do that. So now we are transcribing my audio from that video. So this is what I need to automate in the thing, right? Like, this is what the bot is eventually going to do.
What library are you using for that?
This is Whisper. This is Whisper. CP, like, this is Whisper.
Okay.
Here, I'll show it.
That's really cool, man. That's all being done locally?
Yes. Hence the reason why it's like, it's not doing much now, but let's pretend that I have more than one video on my machine. Let's just pretend. And let's pretend that maybe I don't want to have to do one after the other, and I would like to use all 20 of my cores because I have 20 of these bitches. It makes a lot of sense to me that if I were to run all of these transcriptions, let's say I'm doing 10, 15, 20 at a time, my RAM usage is going to shoot up. And let's also pretend that I'm probably going to be doing more than just this, right? Like, this is just the first part of it, the transcription. Once I get the transcription, I'm going to load all of this into my LLM and have it produce my description, my video description, So I don't have to know. I don't actually know what I talk about most of the time. I kind of make all this up. So this is a good way for me to know what the hell I even did. So I want to be able to, feed this into an LLM, create embeddings, take the vectors, because it's going to give me back a vector, store that in my database, and then I can use something like cosine similarity to figure out, if I give it a search term, I would embed that, do a cosine similarity, and be like, all right, well, this thing right here is most closely related to these particular things. And if I have the timestamps and the video, which I do, I can essentially get it to a point where I can click a link and say, all right, I click this, according to my thing, is this timestamp. I can encode that, and I'll show you how I can encode that. And this is just look at YouTube and you can see how you do it actually. So let's go to YouTube right quick. We'll take this, whatever he's talking about, and then we'll just select this, and then let's go to share right here and start add. And you'll see that it's going to add a query parameter here. Let's go back. See here that T equal 105. I can use this. This is where engineering comes in, right? Where it's like, all right, I'm able to tell YouTube where in the video I want it to drop me. So let's imagine that I'm like, hey, GitHub or whatever it's right now it's called Watsi Slackbot. Like, hey, Watsi Slackbot, hey, I want to know, when did I talk about sample rates? Oh, well, let me go and find that. It finds all of the videos that I talked about it and where I talked about it at, and gives me back a result, and I can just click on it and it takes me to the place where I was saying that. That's what
nice,
that's what I'm trying to
be
get
nice
to.
with it. That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, I had to get there though, like that. and here's the thing. Here's what makes it hard. It's not the actual doing it
space is
part.
all this taking up. My fault.
How much space?
Yeah, in terms of just like hard drive space, like
I don't know. Let's see.
It's like what, 60 gigs, I think.
Oh, it's probably more than that. Let's see.
We talking TBs or
80 gigs, I think. 60 gigs.
We'll see. Let's look. Thank you,
I mean, like everything though, with the videos and all, like once you have like your library that you're gonna be searching through of
that's what I'm
of your past footage.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to show. I was just for whatever reason it was taking forever to connect.
I got you.
Why. And then they don't even know that I don't want to use that account. We'll use this account. Seriously though, what's up with 1Password right now?
Connecting to your NAS. Okay.
All right, let's do this is MS. Copy that password. I wonder if wait, what? All right, now I'm a little confused. Wait, what? How come that didn't work? All right, let's go here. Copy. I wonder if I misspelled my name. No, I didn't. It's just, I don't know what that was about.
Oops.
No, don't do anything. I am currently using 9 terabytes.
Okay, yeah, I knew it had to be up in there. It had to be in the TVs. That's sizable. That's sizable.
Yeah, and that's on the
NAS.
NAS.
Not like
that's on the NAS. I used the Mac Studio as a cache. I think this has 2 terabytes. So like there's stuff on here, and then over time I move it over to the NAS. Okay. And then the same thing on my MacBook Pro. That's also 2 terabytes. Eventually I move things from there and put it onto the NAS. It's a lot slower on there because it's Wi-Fi. I have a 10G network, so if I can avoid it, I will never do it on there because it's so slow. It's stupidly slow. I can't tolerate slowness. It's something that I'm allergic to it almost. All right, here we are. So we have a file here, and it dumped it in my process audio. I don't actually know if I like that, but whatever. Let's go back to here and we'll look at it. And yeah, we have the SRT. So I'll open it and we'll use Vim. How about that? You were talking about Vim earlier. We'll do that. We'll say whatever that is, SRT. All right, and as we scroll down, we see here that we get the timestamp along with what I said at that timestamp. So already you should be understanding that it's like, so long as I have this timestamp and what I said, it makes a lot of sense that if I were to create embeddings for this, I can get back that information out and say, well, what, like, when did I say this?
Oh, yeah.
You
It's
know?
going to be a huge database, man. It's going to be really cool. It's
Well,
going to be really cool.
the thing, so I haven't actually gone and checked to see what the size of these embeddings would be. And honestly, if I don't know, I might find out that they're stupidly large, and I have to rethink how I'm doing this. I've already had to do that once. When I first started this, I was under the impression that, Google was a good company, and they actually had good developers, and they would give you like webhook events when something happens. They don't do that. I had to poll their servers. And I was just like, I don't want to poll their servers, so I figured out a workaround, which is I'm using Ecamm and shortcuts. So here, let me show Apple shortcuts. One day it'll open. Okay. So this active stream right here, or stream, this will, if I actually ran this, it will go off and do some things. I'm not going to do it right now, but we go here and you see here that I'm making a curl request to my server. Eventually it'll be to the real server, which is I'm not going to say what that is because I don't want people touching it, but it'll go to this real server. It's authenticated, so it's not like you do anything anyway. And then that's going to be the thing that kicks off the whole process of, let me go and find the latest stream. Let me, put it in the database. Let me create the note on GitHub. That's what happens. I'm not sure if you've seen any of this stuff, but it'll go off and create a pull request on GitHub along with create a file. I can show you that right quick. I'm not going to show it doing it. I'll just show you one that was opened the other day. So we'll go to GitHub. So this is like the you can call it like my target repository in a sense. And eventually there'll be a GitHub app as well that handles a lot of the authentication. This is what Yanni was talking about maybe doing earlier, which was doing that. So here is a PR of 1. So this is learning the code live. This is the last time I did it. I haven't ran it today, so that's why you don't see it. And you see there's 1 commit, add devlog note. I didn't do that, by the way. Just want to make that clear. I didn't do that. And this right here, this comes from, if you look at my video description, this is literally my video description. So the bot is doing this for me. It's going off and creating this file, putting the video description here. And when the stream ends, there's going to be another endpoint that I hit, which is then going to do the process that you're seeing now, which is it's going to go start the transcription process. It's going to go create the embeddings. It's going to store all that in the database. It's going to create my my actual YouTube summary or description that I can then update on YouTube, generate all of my tags based off of what I said, update it on YouTube, create my amplification posts on social media like Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. All of that will happen automatically, so I don't have to do it. So that's kind of what, like, I don't like doing tedious, like this, anything that's like I have to do it, I don't want to do it. And this is a theme.
It's crazy.
This is a theme. That's why I'm building.
I mean, it's like you got a whole team, right? Like how can I put this? Like let's just say a huge streamer, biggest, Mr. Beast. That's the first person that came to mind. He has, employees that all do those things, like
yes.
And you're just
yes.
just
I'm like, I have the ability to create a machine, or like I can have my machines do that.
Yeah, that's really cool, man.
So yeah. All right, so now that we have this here, here's something else that we can do. Let's see if we can do something new. So I haven't done this. I've been doing it manually, but maybe we'll end this stream because I'm doing a nature walk soon. So like we'll end the stream soon. So let's go to OpenAI.
I need to get in the gym, man. I was supposed to go at 9.
Yeah, that's the same
but
here.
I'm like kind of like hooked though. I'm like, this is interesting, so I can put that off. It doesn't matter. It's Friday night. We got nothing.
Well, I don't know if it matters. You should. I mean,
no, I'm still going. I'm just saying it doesn't matter how late I start. Like I ain't gotta be up early tomorrow.
Okay, here we are. Text generation. Okay, so here's what I'm planning to use for this. I'm probably going to use chat. I don't know. I could use this. This is where the engineering is going to come back into play. It's like, all right, which one of these is the best thing for me to use? And the reason why like it's harder for me to figure it out here is because I don't plan to use OpenAI to do this. I plan to do all this locally because I can do it locally. Why would I pay them money to do it? Unless I'm going to start the development process using OpenAI, but eventually I'll start to take over more and more responsibility, especially once I figure out how much this costs. If this is cheap, like if it only costs me like $1, to do one transcription and all of the things, and I'll just use this because I'm doing the math in my head where it's like, all right, it's going to take me this many hours to do it. I know what my time is worth. $1 is nothing to me. Like, I'll happily, give them a little $1 to go do this work. So let's see. We'll do the embeddings. Let's see how big an embedding is. All right. So this is showing how to get the embeddings, and let's see. We'll do that. Oh wait, I need authorization. Shit. I have to go create a key. All right. Maybe we won't do this because I would have to go create a key, and I don't want y'all seeing my keys.
Yeah.
Well, not y'all. If y'all want to see this, y'all being people on Zoom, we can do this another day, like just on Zoom. And I can share. I can actually walk through all of this stuff, and then once we do it, I guess we can figure out, or I will figure out how I can show this to other people without leaking keys and having to go and change things. But yeah, like I would essentially be using the embeddings API initially to create my embeddings. I wish that this shows you what an embedding looked like. Think of it as like an array, or it's a vector. Just think of it as a vector of numbers, if you want to think of it that way. It would be cool if I can just like play with it here and not have, oh wait, maybe I can play around. Look at that. I don't want an assistant. Shit. Okay, never mind. I can't do it. I was going to be like, maybe I can see what the embedding looks like here, but I won't be able to do that. The only way I can do it is to actually do it, which would require me showing keys, and I'm not going to do that. Not right now.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, all
that's
right,
cool,
so
man. I definitely got like, now I understand what's going on, like what you're building, man. That's really, really cool, man.
Yeah. So
One
far,
day you think I mean, this is way advanced. I mean, never mind. I'll chop it up with you later.
I wouldn't call it that advanced, but
no. I was talking about like my question was going to be like way like.
Well,
future.
ask it. Just ask it now, so like, I can think about it if I don't know an answer.
I mean, is it serviceable? Can you offer this as a service?
Yes.
Eventually.
Yes. Eventually, yes. Now, at the moment, because I'm doing all this stuff locally, it would be like, all right. So let's say I really want to offer this as a service. I understand that not everybody uses a Mac. Not everybody uses the same software that I use. So I would have to do that all on the web server, which means that I would have to worry about compute costs. I am on an incredibly fast machine. I would need to have an incredibly fast machine, and that costs money. So it's like that part. Now there's another option where I can, maybe I can have it where it does it locally on your machine, but then we run into the problem of everybody doesn't have a super powerful machine. Yes. So if I really want to make this a nice service where it delivers the user experience that I would want to deliver, it would have to be on the web, which there are a lot of things to think about because, videos can be very big. They can be very large. How do I get the video from Yanni's machine onto my server? This is like, man, damn, man. Yeah, I got like hella questions, or not even questions. It's like a query. Like, it might, it takes me to like Silicon Valley, the show, right, where they had to like they had to figure out new compression, right? Like they had to Yes, I would actually be using some form of compression. I don't know if gzip would be the right one. I know that there's is Brotli. I think that's a compression that should work well for video. I think here's Brotli. Like I would need to make sure that I would have to compress it. Oh, by the way, if y'all want to like go into compression, that's actually one of my interests. I've written compression algorithms in the past for reasons. But yeah, like I would need to be able to compress this data, but it's already compressed, most likely if it's MPEG. Or maybe I have to introduce constraints. So it's like, hey, you can only give me H.265 video. And it can only be 8-bit color space or something like that. Like I would have to have these constraints, but I don't want to have those constraints because I don't want those constraints for myself. So it's like, these are things that I would have to think about, which is, like if I'm getting video from their computer to my server, That's bandwidth cost that I had to pay for. We just saw that one of my small videos is 2 gigabytes. Yeah. Some of my large videos are 20 gigabytes. I would have to upload all of that to my server first. So now I'm having to rely on your internet connection. And also, I know that internet connections are unreliable. You're probably using Wi-Fi. I have to deal with that because things could stop. They could not work. And like, I don't want to waste bandwidth because I pay for it whether it finishes or not. So I would need to make sure that I have some way to resume and upload if something fails. It's stuff like that where it's like, you don't really think about it until you start having to realize that you're going to pay for it. So you might want to think about it. It's equivalent to like you're about to go to another city. You have gas in your car, but then you try to go there and you can't get there. So your only option is to get towed back to where you were. You still pay the money to like you've lost all that money, you lost all that time, and you have to redo it again. So I would have to think about that. Right now, how I'm thinking about that is I'm just not. I'm doing it all locally.
Yeah. It's better to build it locally, perfect it, man. And
and then it was like maybe I just turn it into a system.
Comes. That's why I said it was like, man, this is like way future stuff.
Well, I've been thinking about these things.
It's just super interesting.
I've been thinking about these things since the
like
beginning.
Obviously, like this is almost like I would say streamers particularly are kind of like taking over like the gig economy, you know, like it I don't know, to some point, you know, where it's just, everybody's just trying to do it now, you know, like, and this is like laying it all out, making it easy for you, then it's definitely value there.
And here's the value for me, and it's more than just, you know, doing this. Like what you're saying is right. A lot of people are trying to get into content creation, but I think a lot of people,
that's what I'm looking for.
They struggle because they don't know what to talk about. Like they all have to have an idea or whatever. And my take is like, fuck all that. I don't need to have an idea. I'll just work on stuff live. So it's just building stuff. So everything and that's what I was getting at. Like what makes this hard is that the only time that I ever work on this is live when I'm streaming. I have never done anything outside of streaming, so that makes it hard because if I'm not streaming, I'm not doing this. And if you step away from a project, then you come back, you have to like refigure out stuff, you have to relearn stuff. So that's what happens every time. So when I'm coming back to this, I'm kind of coming back fresh. Where it's just like, oh man, I got to remember, catch up. What the hell did I do last time? Hence the reason I used to take notes. I think you remember this, Yanni. Like I used to start my stream was like, here's what I want to do. And
ink drop.
Yes, that's what I don't know if you realized there were a checklist. That checklist is for that. So like I would actually put my notes in Obsidian because it's synced to GitHub, and like here's what I want to do. And as I finish things, I can check it off. And things that weren't checked off, I can take those tasks, and then on my next stream, I can pull those tasks and say, well, this is what you did last time. Here are the tasks that are incomplete. So now I actually know what the hell to do, versus spending 30 to 40 minutes rambling and trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for the day. So
Will, you use ink drop?
I don't anymore. I use Obsidian now.
Oh, okay. I was just familiar with the dude who
I know who he is.
Dude is a beast.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah. Okay.
And cool, honestly, man. Like the reason why I used
the same wavelength. Yanni, you know him too, huh?
Yeah. Amazing content from him.
Yeah, and it's of him building shit. So it's like I had it for like a year and a half, mostly just to support him. But when I started working on this, and I looked at, I was trying to figure out how can I sync it to GitHub, and I can't. So I'm on Obsidian now, and it's purely for this project because I want to be able to have all of my stuff local. That's where I'm going back towards. Like, I know in the past 10, 15 years, everything has gone to the web. I hate that. I've never enjoyed the web. I hate it to this day. I like doing stuff on my computer. Why would I go and blow all this money on my computer just to use someone else's so that they can have all of my data, so they can sell my information, so that they can make money off of me? I'd rather have that stuff for myself. All right. So that's kind of what prompted me to like abandon InkDrop and start using Obsidian because I can do stuff locally. Same as GitHub. GitHub is Git. I can have all that stuff locally. My servers, I can have all that stuff locally. Now, if I don't know, if I want to monetize, yes, I would have to figure out a way to get it into other people's hands. But at that point, I would have a demo that I can show to people, and then I can be like, hey, like if y'all want this, y'all are gonna have to pay, because make it like other, because I would have to develop it, right? It's not like it's just going to exist. Things require work, and if people really, really, really want this, I would have to do this full time, which means that I would have to make what I'm making now or more, which that's a lot. So it's just like, there's a whole process to it, but for now it's just my excuse for content. So I do this.
I mean, yeah, most great things start off as just like a little hobby anyway,
And then the other project that I'll leave you all with, because I'm switching back and forth. Like I have several projects that I work on. I can't just do one thing. I have the Vision Pro project that I'm working on. I won't say the name now, but if you know, you know. The idea is that for language learners, especially here, it's hard to learn your target language if you don't see the words around you in your environment. So my idea is that it would be really cool if I can attach words to objects in my environment. And then if I go to that word, I can interact with it. I can see like what part of speech is, like what grammar it is, whether it's a noun, verb, auxiliary verb, that kind of stuff. Also words that I can use with it. Also the location words, so I can see relative to where it is. And I was thinking about gamifying it so that, if you're in a room, it gives you the words that you should know, and it kind of just like puts them in a bucket or something like that. And it asks you to go and match it with the object. So like I have a credenza right here, like whatever that word is in Mandarin, like I would have to look at the character, be like, all right, well, this is credenza, and I would have to take it and walk over here and put it over here. So that's going to have to
situation.
Yeah, it's going to have to use a few things, right? Like I need machine learning and vision, like literal like vision, so that I can do object recognition. Yeah. So there's going to be some machine learning stuff, and hopefully one of our mutual friends who's in not the Middle East, I think he was in Thailand and Bali or whatever for a while. He was a former research engineer, like AI research engineer at Meta. So I'm hoping that me and him, So hopefully like me and him can like do some model stuff, develop some models. And I also talked to one of my fellow Recurse Center alum, and he recently released a game. In fact, I want to share it next time. He released a game for Oculus Rift or Oculus or whatever the hell it is. I don't know what it is. Some kind of game. And turns out he's also doing like language stuff as well. So we talked today. He was like, yeah, like I would like to kind of help or be involved in somehow. So maybe me and him will start to do more stuff with this Vision app. And he's getting his Vision, I think, tomorrow. So
yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
So
definitely interested in following that journey. That's gonna be cool, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of really interesting stuff coming, so long as I don't burn out. That's really what it is. So I have some other things that I got going behind the scenes, and I'm trying to make it to where, I can share most of it, because I don't know. I'm in a weird spot where I know a lot of people. I've done a lot of interesting things, and I would like to be able to show that off to other folks who are trying to get into this, because I think too many people, they just look and they're just like, oh yeah, you can make money, and they don't really understand like it's a lot of stuff that goes behind it. Like
so like are you trying to like race to first to market, or you just want to have it like,
like
you don't want to be the first one?
I mean, I don't not want to be, but I guess the right answer is I don't care. I'm
okay.
Yeah,
that's not what you're shooting for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I tell people often, and I don't know if it really comes across, but I'm doing okay. Whereas like I don't need to do any of these things. It's just that I basically, I don't know if retired is the right word, but I thought I was going to retire at like 28, and I learned very quickly that that's just boring. Like I don't have the mindset for that, and I need to do something. So that's what this is. It's like, this is me doing stuff. Like I have a job so I can do stuff, so that I'm not always having to figure out what to do. I'm doing this so that I can still scratch the itch of me building stuff. I'm doing the other things because I'm like, I have to do stuff. So a lot of this is just it keeps me busy, and it keeps me from thinking things that I shouldn't be thinking. Say it that way. So you can call it a distraction, or you can call it like, this is I need to do something. So this is what I do. And
cool.
There'll be more. And for those of you who are following, like if y'all enjoy this kind of stuff, let me know. Because I've been debating moving away from doing tech stuff on stream, because the engagement is generally very low. Whereas if I talk about cultural shit, what's happening in the world, somehow the engagement is incredibly high. So
so you could, this is just like an idea that I would say would just have like, I don't know what your schedule is of streaming, if it is going to be like specific days, but just have one set aside for each one of those topics,
So you're not the first person to suggest a schedule, and I'll tell you what I tell everyone else. I cannot work on a schedule. If I set a schedule, that's a good way of saying I will not do it.
Getting it broken, right?
It's not even that. It's just like it can't feel like work to me.
Okay.
Because I will stop, because I don't need it. It's hard to explain, but like I need to have my carefree. Like I can't go away from that because I know what'll happen if I don't. Like if I'm like,
that makes sense. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so all of this is impromptu, and I know that I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot by not having schedule, not having like, here's what we're going to cover. But I'm also of the mindset that the audience who I want them to be okay with that. If I have to do all this stuff for other people to appreciate what I'm doing, fuck them. That's how I feel. Real talk.
Yeah, man. I was just going to say, because like I can't, I would want to be in every single one, checking stuff out, but a lot of the times I just got to check out the VOD, or I got to check out the video, 3-4 hours after you post it, just because, everybody is just not in sync like that. Like,
oh yeah, I feel that.
We're all grown-ups.
And that, honestly, that's what I appreciate about YouTube. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do YouTube is that the VOD, the videos on demand. So when I do a stream, like I tell everyone, like, you don't have to sit here live. Like, in fact, I shouldn't even say this. I wouldn't even sit in here live. I would actually, unless you want to ask questions, like if you actually want to engage, that's different. But if you're just watching, I would say watch the VOD, because you can skip through things. You can like do all like, and eventually you'll have summaries of what it is that I do, as well as like, I don't know if I'm gonna do a timeline, but like I'll do something where it's like you'll get an idea of like where you can go in the thing, and I'll start doing clips as well. So it's like, if you're someone who is just like, you have a lot of stuff going on, which I understand. Don't build your life around me, please. I don't do that. Just watch it on VOD. That's the powerful thing about YouTube, and that's why I still stream to YouTube. Is that when I'm done, immediately you can go and watch it, and even now you can rewind if you want to go see what we were doing. But yeah, that's all the stuff, I guess. I know we didn't really accomplish anything, but I guess we did. I did show what I need to do. And this is for you, Yanni, because I think you were wondering like what it is that I'm going to be automating. Well, it's this, right?
Yeah, I get the full picture now, for sure.
And there are a few options that I have. I've contemplated creating node bindings using NodeJip, which is a tool that allows you to basically bind to other libraries or other languages, where like you can use it within JavaScript. So I'm contemplating doing that, but remember, like I can't have Vercel do this. So it's like it's begging the question: do I even do that, or do I just shell out to shell essentially on a VM that I own? Yeah, you could do that, by the way. You can shell out, and I'll leave y'all with this. It's a command. Well, it's called fork on the system, but there's another one. There should be one for Node. Yeah, here we are. No, that's not it. It's under child process. Okay. So yeah. So I can use this, or I can use spawn, or I can use exec. Either, there are three of them. They do have differences, and they do matter. So I haven't figured out which one I'm gonna actually need, because I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. But I can essentially shell out to the shell, and I can run programs that are on my machine. And I can give it the command line args. I can give it all of the things that it needs, and I can basically programmatically call this from JavaScript. Or I can create the bindings to the thing, and then like have a library where it's just like it looks like JavaScript. And there are certain things that you all have used that aren't actually JavaScript, but you don't know it because it's a binding to like some Rust code or to some like C code or something like that. And you see a lot of that in things like Python, for instance. Like most of those libraries in machine learning space and AI space, those are written in Fortran, in R, in C, C++. Very few of them are written in Python because Python is slow as fuck. Like it's very slow to do certain things. Wow. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it. So, any questions? Was that like an overload?
No, that was good. I even grabbed.
Wait.
Not grabbed.
That's what she said.
I hope that worked. You said that was good. You'll hear it on stream if you go back. I did my that's what she said. I mean, you left it open. I had to pounce on it, man. You can't say that and not have me say that's what she said. All right. Yeah, with that, yeah, I guess you have any questions, Uzi, or are you good?
Nah, man. I'm just kind of I'm along. I don't understand much CS, man. I'm gonna just put it like that. You know what I mean?
Well, if you want to learn
a little bit of stuff here and there, man, like just tinkering around with, Raspberry Pis and 3D printers and stuff, just playing around in that software, like you got to learn Python and whatnot. But yeah, a lot of these languages that you guys are talking about, I'm just unfamiliar, man.
Well, to be fair,
it's cool to see it.
None of this is computer science. I want to be clear here. Everything that I've shown is not computer science. It's firmly in the realm of software engineering and AI. I'm not even using AI shit right now. But if you want to learn CS stuff, we can do that. That's actually my background. It's computer science. It's not I didn't start off doing engineering. I wanted to do computer science research, specifically in machine learning around latent bias. And that was kind of what my thesis was when I was doing grad school. Was around latent bias and all of these models that we're now using to make decisions. Obviously, or maybe it's not obvious to some people, but hopefully it's obvious to y'all with the complexion. Like, I really care about this latent bias because it's going to affect me, right? So,
big time.
Yeah, if you want to learn, CS stuff, I'm happy to, go through it. Remember, everything you're seeing is my excuse for content. So it's what I do when I have nothing else. So if you have other things, I would rather do other things because this is fine. But like this will be here. But anyways, I do gotta wrap up. I told my friend I'll meet him downstairs in 10 minutes, and I told him that 5 minutes ago. So
all right, boys. Y'all have a good weekend.
Y'all have a good weekend. I'll be online tomorrow. Man. I'll be doing the stream tomorrow morning.
Cool.
Just FYI. No time yet. Just it'll be tomorrow morning.
Throw it in a Slack or something, and I'll.
Oh yeah, it's always there. It's always there. You'll see it. All right. Well, y'all have a good rest of the night, and I'll see y'all in the future.
For sure. Take care, man.
Peace. All right. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm leaving the stream here, kind of. If y'all want to see more, I will be doing a live stream tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to work on what I've been working on, which y'all were looking at today. I may work on my Vision app, maybe. We'll see. Probably, you know what? I'm gonna say that. Yeah, we're going to do Vision stuff tomorrow. Because I need to do a video as well. So if y'all are interested in just seeing that, I'll be online tomorrow before noon, my time, Central Time. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed this, I would appreciate a like, follow, all of the things. I don't know. Just help a brother out. Give me a thumbs up. That actually helps more on YouTube. I do stream on Twitch. You can follow me there if you prefer Twitch. I also stream on Twitter or whatever. You can also follow me there if you want to, I don't know, just be updated whenever I do these streams, because that's actually the best place to get an update, because it literally does a tweet. I don't really say much on Twitter, so you probably won't see much from me there, but maybe in the future. Yeah, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and go. You all have a good night, and thank you all for joining. Peace.